There's some things of his game, that speed, his release, some of the playmaking is pretty darn close to NHL. All the things that young players have to add to their game that they probably aren't asked to at any other point. The game gets faster, bigger, stronger. You don't have nearly as much time. And then there's so much of a greater competition one-on-one for pucks that are battled. That's the area that all young players, Kyle included, have to put into their game. So he's done that. So we would say he's on the puck more, doesn't come off it as easily, more straight line in his game, all the things, and that's the area for Kyle. Because the other parts are good enough. I mean, he's fast as there is, and he's got a great release, and he sees the game well enough. Getting the defensive things that everybody has to do now into his game, and I think he built on it. I don't know that it was something that came right away for him, which is probably better. He had to work at it, value it, understand it. That's the part that we've seen him the biggest improvement in his game.
To be this good, or he has definitely exceeded those expectations.
Absolutely. So I was calling back from the World Cup and just trying to get a glimpse of what was going on, and every day is Josh Morrison's looking really good and he's playing really well, and fine, you want to see it, but the things we just talked about, Kyle, the things that we would have said to you prior to this year's training camp that Josh needed to improve, he's turned into his strengths, but almost from day one. His quickness back to get the puck, believe it or not, his physicality one-on-one, he's learned how to, for the most part, engage one-on-one with far bigger men. And all the parts of his game that we thought would take years very early on became a strength of his. So that you thought we would have called him an offensive defenseman to start, and the offensive part of the game is the last thing that we think we're going to start to see, but we believe it's there. But the things that we would have said, this is the big checklist for him, he had done right away.
I guess last question, anything particular you're looking to see from Connor Hellebuyck in this last game of the season?
Not anything in any one game. Just, you know, the quality of his play at times has gotten, I think, is better in the second half. I don't know that the numbers would tell you that that's true, but how he handles the puck in terms, I'm not talking about with his stick, but just how it's coming to him, where it goes after it comes off to him. Just a good solid. There's going to be some numbers in at the end of this in terms of starts and wins and things that are going to be pretty darn good for the. I think at 23 would have played more games than anybody his age or younger in the National Hockey League. We're going to end up finding that's true of a lot of these young players. That the development part of his year, while it's difficult because he happens to be standing in front of the net developing, for some of them, there's been some good parts for him as well.